Fauja Singh burst on the world at the ripe young age of 100. The year was 2011. And on October 13th, he claimed 8 world records in Toronto, Canada. It was termed one of the most amazing sporting achievements of the times. Centenarian Fauja Singh set the records for the 95-plus age groups in events ranging from 100 meters to 5,000 meters. 3 days later, he ran the full Toronto Waterfront Marathon, the first man ever over 100 years of age to have completed a marathon anywhere in the world. Officially, he spent 8 hours, 25 minutes and 11 seconds to do so, and that is on record. What is not on record, however, is the fact that he did it at his age. Fauja Singh claimed he was 100 years old, but for someone born in an Indian village from 1911, he had no birth certificate to back his claim. So while Fauja Singh has been celebrated and felicitated, he has never been acknowledged for that remarkable feat. Because neither the race officials nor Guinness World Records could verify the authenticity of his birth date. But Fauja did get a personal letter from Queen Elizabeth II wishing him happy birthday on his 100th one. Fauja ran his first marathon at 89, the London Marathon, which he finished in an amazing 6 hours and 54 minutes. He then ran in New York and Toronto and London many times over. He ran in Mumbai. Fauja was even featured in an Adidas advertising campaign. And when asked about how he could run a full 42.2-kilometer marathon at his age, he would often say, the first 32 kilometers are not difficult, and the last 10 he ran speaking to his God. Fauja Singh was accorded the honor of carrying the torch for the London Olympics of 2012. Son of a farmer, Fauja always claimed he was born on the 1st of April 1911 in a village called Beas Pind, now part of district Jalandhar in Punjab. Fauja said he was a late walker. Not before 5 did he learn to walk. He had weak and skinny legs. He hardly had any education and worked his younger years in the fields of his native land, raising wheat and his 6 children. When his wife and life partner of around 6 decades passed, Fauja left the Punjab and moved to London to live with a son. But tragedy dogged him as he lost a daughter and a son in quick succession. In his 8th decade of life, Fauja lost all purpose in it. Till someone pointed the road out to him. He started jogging to overcome the grief. So Fauja began to run. He ran and he ran and he ran for the rest of his life. Fauja Singh of Beas Pind just kept running till the road finally ran out on him.
This area is called Ilford in East London. Fauja Singh's legacy lives on here in East London as I meet a several variety and a range of people, some who were family, some who were friends, professional colleagues, co-walkers, fellow runners, And the one emotion that most people shared with me is that Fauja Singh to them represented life, represented an example of how to live. Apparently he was happy, he was jolly, never took public transport. He always walked from place to place, point A to point B. And that's because that way he could get to meet so many people here. Stop, have a conversation, have a chat, have a cup of chai. Fauja Singh's life is truly remembered here. There's a house being built on his name to be converted as a running club. There are several inspirational movements that he managed to inspire. And with his frail body, but with fierce conviction, with a face full of sincerity, with a heart full of positivity, with conversations full of life, full of wisdom, Fauja Singh manages to light up the lives of so many people. To speak about Fauja Singh, to speak about what he meant to the community here in East London, and to speak just of his legacy that is going to live on, even though in body and in physicality he's not going to come back alive to the UK. I have with me friends. Baljeet, let's start with you. When did you first meet him?
I reckon 25 years ago. So under Baba Fauja Singh Kara, our club. So he used to sit there and watch us train. And the most memorable thing, heart-touching thing that he said to us was that automatically your students don't need a lecture about conduct. It's automatic. They will become Sikhs. They've got the discipline. They've got the discipline throughout life, through what you guys do. And it's through him that we started the 5Ks. And when in 2012, when he actually went with the torch and he came back sometime later, literally within a week, I had him sign. Do you want it to?
Yeah.
So I had him sign 60 certificates, and the 60 lucky people out there that have got this signed. Please look after this, because this man is not only a legend, but his legacy is going to live forever.
Yeah.
Especially
that's his signature, yeah?
That's his signature.
In Urdu, by the way.
And it is in Urdu. If you look at it, it's in Urdu. It's not in Punjabi, it's not in English. So that tells us a lot about that generation, that they were very conversant in different languages. And a very simple man, because when you heard him talk, he spoke simplicity with love. And he walked with the Olympic torch, and around us, Amijit, Jag, we did the security for him. And the most humbling thing to watch was, as we was walking, there was a man in a wheelchair. Fauja Singh saw him. Seeing that man cannot come to him, he went to him with the torch, presented the torch to this man in a wheelchair. I mean, that is hard, it's really.
So you remember that was a moment you.
That's a moment you can't forget.
Yeah, Paji, this is such a beautiful picture. It's a beautiful picture. That's the Olympic costume, and that's you there. Tell me about this moment.
This is when we came back from carrying the torch in Southall, and we were sitting there. We were all tired. And we were just having a chat about life and what it means. And he basically said, well, I'm ready for my dal and roti now. And he was a simple man. What he wanted was his one roti a day with dal. And that was him in a nutshell, basically.
Impossible is nothing. It took him 36 takes to say impossible is nothing. Because he kept on saying nothing is impossible.
His encounter with running apparently started when he met with a few members of a running club. Anybody knows that story, Baljeet? About the running club and
there's
how...
Sikhs in the city, the running club, run by Harmandir Singh and Ganaiya. It was Harmandir Singh that actually became his trainer. And then he also took care of his publicity. I don't know if people know, but all his affairs were handled by Harminder Singh.
Yeah.
I'm talking about right down to the ticket on a plane, going over to Canada, anywhere in the world, he took care of it.
Yeah.
And that guy, I mean, what Fauja Singh did, all he had to do is be himself. That's all he had to be, himself. All he had to do was go and run.
This shirt, how did you land this shirt in your... Because he wore it. Fauja Singh wore
because
this.
that, I still remember him. I mean, I used to go to work and still remember him walking to Gurudwara, and he inspired me so much. I started walking to work.
Yeah.
I mean, every morning I used to see him like wearing matching suit, matching turban,
Yeah.
with the brolly.
Yeah.
And he was so humble and down to earth,
Was he handsome?
very handsome.
Very handsome,
At the
wasn't
age of, well, I started seeing him from 89
Yeah.
till...
Till 114.
Yeah, 114.
Yeah.
Very smart.
Yeah.
Never
Very
seen-
well dressed.
Very well dressed. That's like I mentioned before.
Yeah.
Matching suit, matching waistcoat, matching turban.
Yeah.
If he wore white suit, he had a white turban. If he wore beige suit, beige turban. And brolly, always used to carry brolly with him. And I used to go to work, and every day I used to see him coming to this Gurdwara
Yeah.
and walking, and I thought, nah, I'm going to do.
You're going to
he inspired young youth through fitness.
Yeah.
Oh, I could say that.
What did Fauja Singh mean to you?
So my name's Ikam Sembi. I'm one of the lucky people that obtained one of the 60 signed certificates.
Oh, yes.
And Baba Fauja Singh
That's your name, yeah?
That is my name, yeah. And Baba Fauja Singh meant everything to me. He inspired me, and I think his inspiration comes down to a simple way of how he approached his life, which was remember God, put your passion into the things that you want to do, and work hard for it. And if you do those things and you remember God's name, when you do those things, then nothing is impossible. And I always try to carry his legacy on forward in the things that I try to do.
Gold.
That
You're going
is
to keep
gold.
that, yeah?
Absolutely, and
Okay.
these are also gold as well.
Oh,
Just
yes.
photos of Baba Fauja Singh visiting my home,
Yeah.
and he obviously spoke to my father, Fauja Singh, just a few moments ago,
Yeah.
and just having him come to our house and just speaking with him for hours on
Yeah.
Punjabi culture, Punjabi history, and just advice on life. To be honest, because the way you learn about life is through speaking to other people, and especially those that are older than you. The experience that they have is priceless.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Priceless. Jaspaji.
Where do I begin? He was a remarkable person, remarkable soul. As Baljit mentioned earlier, we did the security. And I remember in one instant he stopped just to get a breather, take a bit of rest, and he handed me the torch. My God, this is the closest I ever came to a torch, the Olympic torch. And I could feel the energy go through that torch into my body. It was like electrifying. And the presence he had. So he was a very highly evolved soul. And very highly evolved in the sense that he came from a place of truth. And in that truth, he found running. And in that running, he found freedom. And in that freedom, he found acceptance.
Wow.
And in that, he became so resilient. And having that conversation with him, those were the moments, those were the truths that I'd taken away from him. So for me, when I think of him, he said, you get this one life and you get this one chance to be here. What's your highest expression? For me, it's my running. All the difficulties, all the challenges, everything that I'm facing, it's brought me to this point in time to allow me to be who I need to be. But for him, it was an inward journey, having that conversation with him, the final last kind of words I had with him, and listening to his story and how he got here. But it was remarkable because his consciousness was at the highest level. So
highly
he left
spiritual.
that light, very, very highly spiritual, but he left the light in all of us and he lit up the whole world.
Well, I would say he had positive energy. When you're surrounded with people, you can feel the energy, and when you were in his presence, it was always a positive energy that you got from him. And I think one thing that really stood out to me was no matter how many people he would meet, if you met him after a while, he would still remember who you are. It wouldn't be like he forgotten who you were. He remembered everyone that he spoke to. And I think just having that positive energy and the way he was always so positive in his interactions, that's what I can say.
Thank you.
I think the word that comes to my mind is purpose. And what I take from that is letting go and acceptance. And if you're here, as you would say, you're born to move through this life, no matter what life throws at you, no matter what life hands you. You're born to move through life, you're here to grow. You've got to outgrow who you think you are, what you could become, and who you should be. And that's an inward journey. That's what I can take away from it.
Before his trip to India, Fauja Singh, and until that trip, Fauja Singh woke up every morning to dress up very well, and apparently he used to dress up to kill with his looks. Very handsome man.
Very true.
Very true. Would dress up, meet all of his friends in East London, have several cups of tea, joke around and share a laugh. So Satnam ji, tell us how he began his day.
He began his day, he will get up in the morning, get ready, and he was not a normal person. He will not leave his house without getting all his clothes, brand new clothes, every morning, matching ties, suit, shirt, turban, and even the shoes. You will never see him outside without that, his suits. And since we heard yesterday about his death, all the community is in mourning, not just the community around the world. We're getting message, you go on the Facebook or anywhere, you see these things. But the man was a legend. That's the only word you can. He will always be smiling, very charitable. Money have no value for him.
But friends did, and
friends
he came.
did.
Friends did, and he came to your motor garage every morning.
Every morning, and he'll have a cup of tea, and we'll have a few words, and then he will go to the temple which is in Seven Kings, and then from there on he goes all around. All the business people he knows, he knows a lot of people.
Yeah.
A lot of people will stop by him, oh, you want to take a photo of you, so he was a very famous man.
Yeah.
I tell
And
you
he
how
only
popular
walked.
He was, and a few years ago there was a special program, lecture in London, 5-star hotel. Only invitees can go. I was invited there, and he was also invited. He met me near the door. I thought, because you have to show your ID, and he will have problems entering the gate. I entered there, and I tried to tell the gate man who was checking the ID that this guy don't have ID. He was invited. I know him. He's a Fauja. That's an English lady.
Yeah.
He don't need ID. Bring him in.
Yeah, everybody knew him.
Around the world.
So what did you learn from him?
I think wisdom. I think he gave you sort of confidence. That's what we see.
Do you miss him?
Of course.
Sorry for your loss.
That's You know what? Fauja Singh had a saying, I won with God.